Oh, good evening, everybody. Why am I never on time? 6 minutes late. Terrible, terrible. Good evening, one and all. I'm sorry for the slight delay. For some reason, I turned the computer on and everything, and it all goes to the table cam has got green screen on it, and I'm the wrong camera for the screen. Oh, it's horrendous. Then I couldn't get the mobile working on there, so. But we're all good now, and I think I'm all sorted. So, very warm welcome to everybody. Say hello to a few people in chat. How many have we got? 22. Well, according to this, it's 22. Craig, evening Craig. Gary, evening Gary. Kenny, evening Kenny. Mick King, evening Mick. Sorry to keep everyone waiting, as I say. Albert Valenti, good evening, Albert. Adrian Mason, good evening to you. YouTube says I'm live, thanks YouTube. Mark Trigwell, evening Mark. He said it was a great show. Craig and Kenny. Does that work? Yeah, it's going on there. Good. Pulled and by, evening to you. Neil Roberts, good evening. Yeah, we're all well. Are we well? I think we're well. Bill Bottoms, evening Bill. Who else have we got? Same people. So saying hello to everyone. Bill Bottoms, Mark Trigwell. Scrolling through. That's my punishment for being late. Everyone's chatting away, waiting for me. Daniel, evening to you. Oh, Daniel was late on parade as well. The Vaping Snowman, evening Vaping Snowman. Murray Robertson, good evening. Kevin Smith, good evening. Rufus, evening to you. Graham Maberley, good evening Graham. And I think I'm there. For the one and only time tonight, I've caught up with chat. And 11 thumbs up already. That's just for saying hello. That's alright, isn't it? What do I get for goodbye? I get more for that. Right, okay. Well, one or two new bits to talk about tonight. We won't do an hour and a half tonight, just an hour I think. I did actually put a question in the group before I had my tea. Was there anything anyone want to discuss? Now, what did they say? Winston and the new stuff plus a Naturevape 20 would be a big bonus. Yeah, very good. Who said that? Gary Tucker. Thanks, Gary. And Rick Alexander want to know if Chat can twist his arm to getting the 451 and maybe the 451 versus the Alberich field testing. Which one is quiet as the Bishop? Well, there you go. There's some bits to talk about. Let's talk about what I'm vaping on tonight. And as if by magic, I'm on the 451. There it is. Have to say, I think it looks a bit better with the with this drip tip on. But I also have to say, this is rapidly becoming my favourite RTA. It is quiet, and it's the flavour for me is lovely. And inside there, it doesn't look good, does it? Holding that up. Of course, it is Virginia. I've got a bottle of vag. Yeah, it's Virginia, Latabacaria, Virginia. I like this these squirty bottles. I still haven't actioned that yet, but I will. Mark says on the 451. I see Mark. Yeah, I am, and like I say, really enjoying it. It's quiet. I like the ease to refill it. It's just straightforward. Even re-wicking it, it's like a 2-minute job. There's none of this, nothing has to be just so. It's just curl it under, done. The only thing I would say that is hard, not the easiest, is getting one of these, one of my coils, the 28 plus 38. Clapton coil in there with a 2.5mm internal diameter. It's really, really tight. Now I don't mind showing you tonight because this is not the coil of shame and the cotton of shame, because I put a new coil and wicking tonight. Just move some of that stuff. We'll talk about that later. Put it down here. You have to kind of, if you're using a Clapton, you have to put it in and just twist it slightly diagonal, and that way it doesn't touch. Let's see if I can get the table camera on and show everyone. So you haven't got to worry about leaking everywhere. There you go. Hold that up. Rest that down there. I think I swore the other week, didn't I, when I tried to do all this? There you go. So you can see how tight that is to the posts, and it's just on a slight diagonal there, and it's just works. Juice holes there, and when you put it back on, there's like these two little lugs there. You want to fit them. Where is it? There, where my thumb is, there's another little lug. I don't know if you can just see it there. So just get those two marks on that lug, and job's a good one. Should be. Yeah, there you go. Right, now you can see the juice holes. It's like got a double turn, so you half turn it, they stay open. Fully turn it, they shut. Half turn, full turn, all four are open, both sides. How easy is that? Even at an arm's stretch. And even though I just took it apart, still just keeps vaping. You never seem to have a worry about a dry hit or anything like that. And filling it, let's show you filling it. I forgot that. So I usually just turn juice flow off, pull the top cap there. This is, I think this is where I swore last week. There are two holes, a bigger one and a smaller one, if it will focus in. And I just poke this inside, fill it up, and this can go anywhere, doesn't matter. Juice flow back on, job done. How easy is that? And again, you're vaping like just like you left off. There's no gurgly, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. So what have people been saying? Oh, Bill, he's got so used to OBS glitching that he's got to fire his computer up half an hour before the show. Yeah, probably a good idea. I bolt my tea down, come upstairs and expect it all to just work, and it doesn't sometimes, unfortunately, so it's my fault. Apparently this PC now is not up to doing this broadcast. Well, clearly it is, but apparently now, because it's old, what's that, a whole 3 years old or something, the Apple M1 or M2 chip apparently will just blow this out of the water. Winston's just come up. Shall we let him say hello? Hang on. I'll open the door. Door's shut. Come on then, come and say hello. He's never far away from me, are you? Come on then. Come and say hello. Here he is. Like a grinner, aren't you? A grinner. There's the camera. Look, Winston, up there. Look, look. Good boy, down you get. Good lad. So gentle for a big dog. That's it, he's happy now. Where is Rick anyway? I'm sure he's about. He'll be about. Craig Vag, aye. It's Rick. Rick and Mark Trion just trying to separate dog. Oh, dog fight. That's not good. Daniel says he's loving his 451. Z, plural. Albert, I've had the 451 for a couple of weeks. Good tank. Yeah, it is good. I like to try something before I tell people, you know, it should be good sort of thing. I like to actually try it, give it a good, you know, good test, and then let people know. It actually is, Kenny. Yeah, yeah. Virginia, it smells lovely, and yeah, it's well steeped. Well steeped. I think of buying a second one from. Well done, Mark. That's the way forward. I think everyone should. I rate that highly. Evening, Lynn. Dilly dally. Evening to you. Right. So I wondered about that, Mark. Still only have used round wire and a 451. Still produces great flavour. I wonder whether to try that, you know. And I wondered whether to do, and I know this will please Daniel, I wonder whether to do a 2mm coil, not a 2.5mm. But what I love about this is the post. The posts are so close together. You got no hot legs, have you? You got no long legs, and that is where the sharp bitterness comes, I think, when you've got them long legs for the coil. Albert says he's got the Watofo 0.5 fused Clapton line, comes out 0.66, really small coil. Right. Don't stick it on the wrong one. Are you, Winston? Yeah. Mind the beer. It's not beer. It's not beer tonight. It's squash. It's tomorrow night. No, Thursday night. I'll have wine Thursday night. There you go, Winston. You got some fans. Digital gold, isn't it? I'm glad Winston got a look in. He's just like a shadow. I can't go anywhere without him now. It's actually really nice, but you know, he's really becoming a good buddy. Coil, evening to you. Daniel's handler's the same in chat. Yeah, something to do with Daniel's name changed on YouTube or something. Right, any other comments on that? Anyone else got any questions on the 415? 451 even. 415. That was the old one. No, I didn't. I like the 415, but I found it a bit of a pain to use. Right, that seems to be it. What else am I vaping on? Well, Rick also asked about this, the Alberich 2. They arrived today. They're physically in stock. I didn't pre-order on them. Where's the box? I don't like doing pre-orders in case something happens. They don't arrive or they're faulty or... There you go. Oh, that's a dented box, isn't it? All the way from China, the Alberich 2. That's another black one. There is one thing I've found with this. Do I open it and show you? Yeah, I think I will in a minute because I think it's important. I wouldn't mind having a spare anyway. So, I think I discussed a couple of weeks ago that I really like this for top airflow. Very, very quiet, very smooth. Just put a new coil and wicking this tonight as well. Listen to that. I love that. Good bit of hissle fistle in there. That's really good, isn't it? Rufus got his doggy sat next to him as well. They do, don't they? Just wherever you are, they are. They lay by your feet. He actually cuddles around my feet. It's lovely. Albert, yeah, looking forward to the Alberts 2 with some Basma coming tomorrow. Yeah, oh, you ordered some Basma as well, did you, Albert? I didn't notice that. Right, I better tell you what the problem, what the little herb, or the banana skin. There is a little banana skin, which I've only just found out because I re-wicked it a couple of nights ago. Ah, bless Daniel's heart, look. Daniel, do you want me to sign the box, Daniel, as well? Put that on there. Sign the box like it means something. No, don't deface my box. Right, I'm not sure if we're allowed to show boxes and stuff now, so I'll just lay that to one side. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way as well. Stuff everywhere, way on this table. Let's put that on the floor. Right, shunt along. Here's the box. Right, all the bits and pieces are underneath as normal. Lay that there. Now what I found was can we zoom in a bit? Oh, let's try that. Boom. There you go. So there's the deck. And let's take the glass off. And for some reason, I was using mine and I was getting like, yes, they are leak proof, but I was getting like a slurp from it. And I thought, why is it slurping? I was sure I put enough wick in. So I put more wick in and I was still getting a slurp, but it was all right when it was laying or sitting upright. But when I laid it on the chair beside me, that's when I got a slurp. So I investigated further. Now this bit in here, which I won't be able to get out probably. Hang on. There you go. I've got it out. This piece, the chimney, there's a little, if you can see it on the light, there you go, you can see it now, in there. That obviously slots onto there, and there's your airflow going to shot coming from the side. And it's up to you what airflow insert you put in here. But what happened to mine is this little O-ring at the top here, there, had split, and it was in like 3 bits. And consequently, when it was laying on its side, the juice was just allowed to travel through. That's not very tight actually, is it? Oh, that's better. It wasn't in properly. So that's now nicely inside. I've got my dirty old finger in there, Daniel. I hope you can ultrasonically clean this. Yeah, so just be wary of that. If it starts slurping, it's hard to get out once it's in. Hang on. There you go. Good shake forward will get it out. If it starts slurping, just check that O-ring. There's plenty of spares in the box, so it's not a problem. But that is really the only pitfall I've found. So it goes, once you've got it in part way, you can actually feel it slide further forward, and then it's quite tight. But very, very impressed. It's very, very good. Put that back together. Bit like the old keys that this is. Once you've got it lined up. Why can't I line that up? I'm going to take it on. Put it on a right-handed. Right, line it up. I've never struggled with this before. There you go. Done it. So once it's lined up, then just put it together. And the fill is nice as well. That's just on a bayonet, and you get these nice silicone bits here that you just push your nozzle through of your e-liquid. I won't do it, especially if someone's going to have this. And fill it. Job done. And then bayonet fitting there to tighten it up. Are these numbered? Yeah, this is 1724. 1724. And obviously the airflow comes in at the top. So yeah, very, very good. Very impressed with it. So look at the spares. Might as well show you all. So you get some, zoom out a bit again. Zoom, thank you. You get some cotton. And you also get some coils, I think. They're all the O-rings there and seals. There's seals are plenty. All the inserts. Plenty of those. A little T-bar screwdriver and an instruction book. I thought there's some coils with it as well. Ah, there is. They're inside here. I haven't actually tried one of their coils. You don't need to try one of their coils when you know you sell the best in the world. Right, there you go. Put it all back in the box. There we are. So that's the only little pitfall to, or banana skin, that could happen. And if it does happen, very, very easy to rectify. Very easy. Right, now what's everyone been saying? Mark's ordered the K-Fun 22, the Albrecht 2, so cheap, going to give that a try also, and of course a second 451. Bad influence, Mark. Well done, Mark. I think you're a star. What more can I say? Kenny is on the Albrecht as well. Let me know how it vapes. There you go. It does. It vapes really well. I like the... I can't remember which airflow insert I put in. That's the honest truth, because I've been trying this now for some time. But yeah, I just like the airflow feeling is good. Very good. Has anyone put ATV juice in the K-Fun 2 or the X? That's the only thing that puts me off buying one of those tanks. I don't think that would be a problem, Albert, because with the K-Fun, they really, you've got that slit at the side, and they really juice well. In fact, if you don't put enough cotton in there, you can get leaks with them. So I think there's plenty there to get. It doesn't just rely on the two little holes at the bottom. There's a slit all the way down from the front. I'll show you in a minute. We'll get to that, Albert. But no, I haven't. Mine's 60-40 that I use. Yeah, and I know Daniel uses a very high VG ratio as well. And Albert's, yeah, true. I've got 80 VG in the 451. Yeah, I know that. You know, keeps up nicely. Rick, making this hard for me, Mark. Can you stick the 451 on a balance? Jesus, Rick. Do you want me to wrap it up as well? Put a little birthday paper around it, or tell your missus it's put on there. Congratulations on winning your free gift. I've got a balance here, so I will do that in a minute. Right, so I think that's discussed the Alberich. I took the liberty of putting Nathan's review on the website for this under the description of the product. He did say I can use his reviews when I wanted to, so it was lovely of him. But he did such a good review, such a concise review. I thought, I don't know if I'm going to do one because he's covered it so well, and I couldn't disagree with a word he said. So makes it hard, doesn't it? Phoenix Vapes, evening to you. Yeah, Rick's making me work for it. Well, the one thing about Rick is if he does buy one, he'll definitely buy two, because he don't buy one of anything. I'm surprised you got one wife, Rick. Everything you got is in twos. Everything. Right, so what else am I vaping on? Well, we might as well move to it then. The Ed X 22mm on the Ed Balance. So have a little vape on that. Nice little pop and crackle. That's had a new coil in tonight as well. These only arrived yesterday, and I didn't have a chance to set it up yesterday, so I set it up tonight, and it hasn't disappointed. It's everything I'd expect it to be. The last time we had the 5A vape versions. This time they're the SXK versions. So yeah, what can you say? It is like the 24 but smaller. Same fill system, everything's the same. Those slits I was talking about, now did I bring? I did. I bought a black version up here. Let's open that up and see if I can show Albert what I mean. Don't worry about buying this one, Daniel. I'm keeping this one. I'm having a black one too. Right, let's open the bottom up. They're pretty tight. So, table cam again. So how these work, for those that don't know, where's my little knife? That'll do. That's a dirty old knife, isn't it? Never mind. There are two little holes, which I hope you can see, right down the bottom in here. And that takes the juice from underneath. The juice is settled under there. But it also takes e-liquid from these two slots here at the side. Let's see if I can zoom that up. There you go. It also takes e-liquid from those sides. So it's getting it from the bottom, those four holes, excuse my dirty hands, and the sides there. Really tight posts, and well, I think most of us know how these things vape. I seem to be cutting myself all over the place at the minute. So to fill, lift and slide, and obviously you've got juice flow, just pull it and the juice flow works there. Yeah, it would be. 22 mix. Where's my 22 mic? 22 mic. 22 mic. Where's my little... Ah, here it is. My little woodpecker. Probably look better with stainless steel, but look at that. 18650 22 mic. I reckon it would also fit in here, wouldn't it? Oh, it does. Oh, that might be its new home. in the Y-stick. Oh, Joe, this is an expensive mod I bought and I've barely used. These are one of like the first side by sides, but they're big. This one's got the Yeehee chip in it. But yeah, fits in there. I don't know if there'd be a problem filling it though. In here. Can't pull the... You can just do it, but not that many of you have got one of these, I doubt. Could be wrong, could be wrong. Let's have a look at it on the converter. Looks a bit lost on the converter really, because it's only 22mm. Looks a bit thin and silly on there. Yeah, there's the juice flow. It's just these O-rings are dry. What else would it go on? What was this? This is an old sunbox. Oh, go on there, all right. Should have that. No, this. There you go. Sunbox. So I'm getting in a mind of my own here, in a world of my own. Just see what it'll fit in. Easy mod. Yeah. I think the Easy Mod's probably better with a 24mm one on it, you know. Don't know, let's have a look. On the Easy Mod, not too bad. Anyway, I think I've tried enough. Oh, nearly dropped it. So, what's people been saying here? 20 on the mix. Sorry, Mark, you started that, Mark Triggle. You sent me off on this tangent. Is there any flavour difference between the 23X, the 22X? Well, it's 24. The first K-phone was 24mm. Is there any difference? They're the same height. So, have I got my other K-phone here anywhere, or is that downstairs? I think that's downstairs. No, it isn't. It's here. There's one here. They are the same height. I'm sure they are. Yeah, they are. Look. So I don't really think there should be any difference flavour-wise at all. Is the deck any tighter? So look, unscrew this. No, the deck is the same as well. I'm going to say I don't see why there would be any difference in flavour. I think they'd be the same. You know, your brain might tell you that the 22mm will be better flavour. It's smaller, but I think it's really only the tank size. I think anything else might be a little bit in your head if you thought it was a better flavour. So, you know, I think if you've got a 24mm and that fits your mod best, you'd only want a 22mm if you wanted an option for a mod, really. I don't think there'd be a lot of difference in the flavour. What a terrible salesman I am. Mark says, I doubt it too. No, I don't think there'll be any difference. Doesn't that O-ring stop juice? O-ring, which one? Which one, Adrian? On what? On the K-phone? Or are you talking about on the Alberic? There isn't an O-ring. Oh! You're talking about at the bottom there. No, but if you mean the O-ring at the bottom on the deck of the K-phone, no, because there's the O-ring at the bottom, but you've got this lip here and the juice comes out outside of that. So that O-ring isn't stopping the juice flow actually getting underneath. I hope that makes sense. Can you see what I mean? That O-ring fits in that centre recess. The juice is dropping down all the way around the outside through those, 6 holes. Look good on the Luxem. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? It would look good on the Luxem. Where's my Luxem? I haven't got one up here. I've usually got a Luxem lying around. I've had so many people from Germany and Italy saying, can you send me a Luxem? I can't get them here. We're desperate for one. And of course, I had the sole distributorship for them when they came out in the UK. Well, in theory I did. Things never tend to work out like that, but that was the theories. And I had to buy an awful lot, so I had plenty of stocks left when I think other people had all sold out, and of course they're not made anymore. So nice little mod, little Luxem. Yeah, Albert says he's still got a Luxem. Look good on that. Yeah, it would. Alan just ordered a 22 Dwarf and have 22 Paps V4. Could look magic. Mark says he uses a 24mm on the NATO tube mech. Yeah, you can't get the, well, not the SXK ones, the 24s at the minute, or the 5A vape ones. Ian from Above the Clouds, good evening to you. Adrian, stops juice getting through the slits but not the bottom holes. Yeah, I think I explained, hopefully I've explained it okay for you. Right, I think, what else am I vaping? There's only one more, only one left, and that's the Skynet on the Golden. As you can see right through that. That's got the clear borrow tank in it, so you can see either side, and enjoying that. What I like about this Skynet is I get no condensation juice on this borrow tank at all. I'll show you that on the table actually. It's really, really nice. There you go. See it, look, see straight through the table. Ignore that, that was me. I buggered up the top cap. I was trying to make one of my keys, one of these type of things, so that I could unscrew the top cap, and I overcooked it with heat, which is why it's gone. It really is a golden. It's golden. Worst of all, I already had one. I was doing it for a customer as a favour. So, vapes very well. Nice little setup that. I do like the Golden. I have taken the, I think I mentioned this before, I've taken the up and down wattage buttons. I've taken them out because what tended to happen was I finger fired it, and I kept putting it in temp mode and things. I kept moving it with these fingers, so I took it out. Now they're quite straightforward. If I pop this off the front here, even now you see you can still fire it because it's on like PC board. So there you go, still firing it. And I can still adjust the wattage up and down. I just don't get those buttons in my way. So that's cool from that point of view. Pretty handy. Now I've got to try and get it back together. Oh, dropped it. Dropped the magnet. Let's just put that on there first. That should work. There you go. Back together. So, all back. And of course I kept those buttons. They just fit under the stainless steel plate. Turn the table cam off. There you go. So that's it. That is my repertoire of what I'm vaping on. That's nearly took us to the hour. Just talking about this new stuff that's arrived. There is also some other bits and pieces. Loki Vape Asylum, evening to you. Late night vape show, good evening to you. Adrian says it's pretty. I think you mean the golden. Yeah, it is. Mark Trigwell, how's the box project progressing, Mark? Any updates? Well, because it's Father's Day coming up, and I haven't still got my father, but Tina has. I wanted to make, I can talk about it on here, he doesn't watch YouTube. I wanted to make him a present, and I've been playing with something else, but it's not forgotten. I've still got the bits and pieces here, and I will still be making that. So don't worry about that. It's just slightly delayed. I wonder if I can show you what I've been making. I want to know if you'd all be pleased to receive. Homemade gifts are a funny thing, aren't they? They can be. Where's that picture? There it is, with a bottle of beer beside it. Mobile. I made him a bird box, but instead I've made myself one, a 4-sided one, but I want to get all swish and make a 6-sided hexagon bird box, nesting box. And obviously it's not quite finished yet. There's going to be a ball goes on top, and so it can hang from that ball. That's basically it. The base is on like threaded inserts, so just unscrew the base to clean it out. And yeah, I've just enjoyed making it. 6-sided bird box. If you can see that, blow it up a bit. There you go. So I was quite pleased. It was just something a bit different. Messing about with the angles, quite difficult. The roof, to get not just the triangle-y bit right, it's also got like a chamfer to get them to sit all good, all right. So let's turn that off. I've got some pictures here, I think, where I was in the process of making it. So look, gluing it up. There it is. There we are, being glued up there with tape round it, with all my bits of offcut and stuff on the desk. So there you go. If you were a dad, would you be chuffed with that as a present? I think homemade presents are sometimes nice. It shows you put a bit of thought into it. SXK still do the 8C and R. Mark, I'm glad you said that. I'm going to come back to that in a second. Graham, I'm back. What did I miss? You'll have to watch the replay, Graham. Can't go through all that again. There's so much vital information there that you mustn't miss. You'll have to watch it. You haven't missed much. Right, where were we? Hard Edge, evening to you. Will you be getting the Bishop RTO back? No, I don't think I will. They've really gone down the pod route. Ambition Mods have really heavily down the pod route, and you know, I'm not interested really. They also, you know, I thought I had a nice sort of business relationship with them, but they just seem to sell to whoever they want, and in the end, and I thought, well, sort of lost a bit of interest then. I like small companies that are, you know, niche stuff, you know, and when it becomes, these companies become bigger and, you know, in their perception better, and they start just supplying everyone, I kind of think, oh, that niche is gone now, so I'll find another little niche. It's just what I do. That box is big as a sub-home only. You bury one of your people in that ring. Casket. See, you must appreciate the craftsmanship. Nice carpentry. Thank you, Mark Triggle. Thank you. Above the clouds, brilliant. Wish I could make stuff like that. Really good job. Will do. Mark, you want to see my woodworking skills? Gary, yeah, I do, Gary. I want to see your woodworking skills. Are they any good? I do enjoy it, and I will make, when I do this box, I think I'm going to make it, I was going to make it with just like pins, but I think I'm going to make it with dovetails and stuff. I think I'm just going to go overboard, like you do. Right, now, where's Mark Triggle's comment? Here. Do the 8C and the Lindy. Right, the Lindy RTA. I bought some of the Lindy RTAs. They're also here. I didn't buy that many. I think I just bought 10. Now, that fascinated me, and I thought, I want to try that Lindy. So, Mark, first of all, have you got a Lindy RTA? Because I don't think I'm getting out of it what I should get out of it. I think I'm building it wrong. It's another one of those that is so tight. And that Clapton coil ain't going to go in there. It's just touching the sides everywhere. It's like it's... And when I tried to lift it up, I don't think that's the idea of it. I think, tell me if I'm wrong, Mark, that it probably wants... not a 2.5mm ID coil, it needs a 2mm and probably just round wire, or 2.5mm but just round wire. The Clapton coil is too fat for it, I think. So sometimes I need the help, and this is one of those questions. I'll buy you a box, Mark, for sure. Take your time. Do you know, I've shown one or two people the bird nesting box, and you know, people like to go and see from my other work and that. I go, can you make me one? I'll buy one. I'll start a new little business. I don't think I'd make much money. It takes me ages. Alan, DIY. What an outdoor post box for parcels. Don't fit in the letterbox. Yeah, I've made one of them as well. I use that. That's down the bottom of the drive with a slate top. Yeah, I've done that one. I've read that book, Alan, because it's annoying, isn't it, when you nip out and they won't leave the parcel because your letterbox isn't big enough. So yeah. Mark says I don't have a Lindy. Right, anyone else in chat got a Lindy? I was going to watch some reviews of it. I don't normally do that. I like to persevere myself first, but I thought I was going to have to go and watch someone else's reviews. Now, one of the other things that is in and on the website, where did I put it? Here. Is this bad boy. Bom, bom, bom. DNA 60. The BMM, Borat. That's it, Borat. Couldn't remember it. Takes obviously borrow tanks. Again, see all the way through. So I was gonna. This is mine, but there are more. And like I say, there's the SXK chip one there, 70-watt chip, which actually is a pretty good chip, to be fair. Or the DNA 60, and when there's an option, I usually go for DNA 60. So that's what I've done. I think that's quite a nice borrow tank device, and I do like a finger fire. Oh, there you go. I've got a battery in there. Look. You can't see it. Do you want the table of this one? Table shot. You see it better then, can't you? There we go. I've got it set up 13 watts. Haven't actually put a borrow tank in it yet. Battery goes in the side here. It's actually quite hard to get that off. Let's try and get that off without breaking the nail. There you go. Don't worry, this has got a wrap on it. It's just a clear wrap. And it looks, looks awful, doesn't it? There, I'll show you. It's got a wrap on. Honest gov. So, whoops, goes in that way. And turn it on, should say, there you go, Evolve DNA 60. Clip that on the side. This bit here, does that bit come off? Can't remember now. Yes, it does, sure it does. Hang on, folks. There you go, I've got it. Yeah, because we've also got the clear and frosted covers for that. There you go. So you can have a clear or frosted cover. And that goes in that way first, which is why I couldn't get it out. Go on, get it in button. You know you want to. There you go. Good, all done. There you are. Up and down is at the bottom. All good. Lynn, thank you, Lynn. Just ordered a Skynet. I think you'll like that, Lynn. I don't know which one you ordered, stainless steel or titanium. Doesn't really matter, it's personal preference. The one in here is titanium, but I don't think vaping wise there's anything between them. Hard Edge DMB. Just had one of them SXK 70 watt chips go bad. Still fires, but screen doesn't come on. But it drains the battery quick. Must be a short somewhere. Did it get wet? You know, was it in something like a billet box? Because if they get wet, that's what doesn't matter if it's that or a DNA, they will naff up. Adrian, talking of wraps, I can't find decent solid coloured 21700 wraps. Most of them seem to be pictures. I'll tell you who'll help you, Adrian, if he's in chat, is Daniel. He finds them from somewhere. Who does them? I've seen them somewhere as well. Was it Folkstar? Might have been Folkstar. I've seen them somewhere. In fact, I've got some, but they're just, you know, a few personal use ones. But if Daniel, if you're in chat, could you help Adrian with that, please? That bridge looks good for the way I vote. Nice. Yeah, it is. The Skynet, I just find it quite sort of bulletproof and a nice vape. It's just really well made and dead easy to use. Really like it. We're spoiled, aren't we? How spoiled are we now? You know, just looking at my desk, the 451 cracking vape. There's this new one, this Albrecht by Vapefly, cracking vape. K-Fun, cracking vape. It's not that one, of course, is the Ed. Mustn't call it K-Fun. It's an Ed X. It's a suck box, so yeah, probably got wet with you. Yeah, it's normally what it is, and we still do sell the suck box, and we had a couple come back. I think they're in here. I don't know, in there somewhere. Yeah, it's usually because they're wet normally. Graham, all borrows should have an HM chip. Mark, I'm done with borrow related gear, but that is mainly because I'm a sole net user. However, that Skynet LBA looks good quality. Yeah, it is. I think the trouble, the borrow tanks, I mean, just when you think there won't be any more, they've flooded the market with these borrow tanks. There's more. Every day it seems like a new bridge come out. And I'm getting a bit more selective about them now because they're not all that good. You know, the dope was good. The crossbow's good if you like mouth to lung. But it's finding one that you can be confident isn't going to leak. Yeah, the AMU is good as well. Well, there you go. That's the trouble when you buy stuff from Fast Tech. They're not a thing anymore, are they? I think Fast Tech have gone. But that is the trouble with buying stuff from China, and I have it as well as a, you know, as a supplier. When you get a problem, they'll only rectify it when you place your next £5,000 order. That's the trouble. There you go. Hardage says he bought the Skynet bridge, pretty bulletproof. Yeah, it is. It is. Looking forward to your thoughts, Rick. I reckon Rick's got two. I don't know, can I? Talking about Ed, this struck me as a bit. Anyone who knows me quite well, yeah, shame you don't patent the Edward name out, yeah. Daniel, if you read a little, were here a second ago and weren't making a cup of tea or something. Now, who was it? Adrian, I think. Yeah, Adrian Mason. I'll put it on the screen. Want to know where you can just get some solid colour 21700 wraps, and I'm pretty sure you've got quite a good source for them. So, if you could help him out, do well. Frank, when I used to live in the countryside, I made a metre-long squirrel-proof. Oh, did you? Bird feeder and a parcel box built into the fence in the style of a bank. Oh, I know, I've seen them. Yeah, like a night safe. Yeah. So a squirrel-proof feeder. That's I've had thoughts of that. My brain goes overtime and things like that. I even thought of one with like a bearing in the bottom. You know when you've got like your perch coming out the side, like your dowel rods or whatever that your birds will sit on to feed. I thought if you made a circle with these going over here, bear with me, and you put that on a bearing, the squirrel would go on, he'd just spin off. I thought that would stop the squirrels, wouldn't it? But always quite hard to think how to do that. So as I was saying, yeah, anyone who knows me knows that I started, and I started with that was a K-Fun, an earlier one. And I called it the Ed Zachary because in the past I've come a little undone from, you can't, even if you put, you know, K-Fun style RTA, I'd rather separate it and just say it's not a K-Fun, it's an Ed Zachary, and that was just a laugh, you know, bit of a giggle about, you know, exactly the same, Ed Zachary, that sort of thing. Just a play on words, and it kind of stuck. And everything after that I've called like the Ed Balance, and I'm trying to think of another example. But I've called things Ed, and Ed AMU. Well, I did. Can I share my screen? Bring that up. Right. Go back onto there. I did a Google search for Ed. Oh, where the hell is the share screen? I can't remember. Is it in here? Why can't I remember where the share screen is? Hang on. No, I don't want to touch in there. That would be bad. I can do it on my phone, I suppose. If not, show you on there. Where is it? That's that one. Sorry guys, bear with me. I was going to finish after an hour anyway, so we'll call this overtime. It's not here, is it? Thank you, Daniel. He's just sent a link. Image. No, where is that? In this one? They've changed the menu on this. All. What's that? What's that? Share screen. This is it. So I did a Google for Ed RTA. And lo and behold, yes, Naturevape at top and second. Look underneath, look who's third. 5A Vape Ed AMU style RBA. And that's not actually the only one they've used, which I think is a bit of a... How do I exit that? Help! It's gone. I think, to be blunt, that's a bit of a piss take, because you either do it because you don't know what they should be called, and you've copied my site, my text, and you just thought, oh, copy this, that'll do, that's the same thing. Or I don't know, you've done it, don't know why you'd do it, but there's about 4 products there called Ed, and I just think, it's not the first time they've done it. Bit naughty, I think, and I'll leave it at that. I just think it's a bit off. Graham, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm surprised they cloned you. Yeah, poacher turned gamekeeper. Yeah, I mean, it's what it is. You know, there's no point getting uptight about it. I just think, why would you do that? Have your own thoughts, you know, but I think everyone who's known me for some time knows where that name came from. Yeah, well, they do, and in the past they've even put on Naturevape are proud in their description, so they've literally copied and pasted what I've put. So, and I when I stock something for the site, I've normally tried it, I've researched it, I know what I'm doing with it, and I know what it is and what it's for and what it does, and who'll probably like it. But I don't just, and very often I think, oh, I don't like any of the descriptions that I can see from the manufacturer. I'll just type my own, and I do. I just put my own thoughts of that product on my description, and clearly they've just lifted it. Yeah, that's right, Frank. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. And, you know, Graham says it has a good ring to it, exactly. Yeah, it's just exactly the same. That's all it was. And it's just so people really, to distinguish the difference between the authentic and the not authentic. And it's quite weird in this industry how people get so sensitive about it, because take Aldi. I've used this analogy before. They sell Mars bars in their confectionery thing, and they also sell Titan bars. So they sell them both. And Mars don't get all that precious about it. They still sell them. They still supply them. So quite odd. Mark, early start tomorrow. Thanks for your invaluable time, Mark. Always appreciate it. And a special thanks for your customer loyalty. Rare now these days. Yeah, thank you, Mark. They're both in the bag. I'm trying to find out info on the 3-chamber reducers before I buy. 3-chamber. Oh, you're talking about the 415 or 451? Sorry. Yeah, just use the dome one, Rick, and that's good. Didn't you want to see, Rick? Where did you want to see that? On the balance, wasn't it? Was it the 451 on the balance? I think it was. Well, let me show you that. If it wasn't, if it was something else, tell me. Titan bars, that's right. And they got racer bars or Snicker bars. Not sure if I'm spelling it right. You mentioned the Lindy. Yeah, I'll get it in a minute. You can see it. Right, where's the airflow? There we are. Put that down there. There we are, Rick. There's the 451 on the balance, head balance. Sorry, couldn't see your screen share without getting it. Oh, is that because that was very small? I don't know why it was so small. Why was that small? Yeah. It's basically, if you can see my mouse hovering, it's there. But do it yourself, just Google Ed, and you'll see. Sold. Rick, don't just buy one, you know you need two. Actually, we've got the Ultim tanks as well. I'm not sure if you like Ultim. Comes with a drip tip too, so you could separate your flavours. One Ultim, one clear. So now, who was it who asked about Dilly Dally? Mention the Lindy. Let me go and grab one. 1 second, and then we will go. Talk to yourselves. Sorry guys, I had to go to the bowels of the building. Right, yeah, it's this one, the Lindy. Quite a pretty looking RTA. Now let's see, let's put it on something. It just the deck fascinated me. I thought, oh, that should be quite good. Just don't taste right. See if I can show you. You got like the bell chamber on there that comes off with it. 1 second, pull that off. Just use a tissue. I've always had a thing about getting e-liquid on my hand. Right, let's put it on the table cam. Why wouldn't that work? Let's tick it up here, that'll work then. There you go. In fact, let's pull that. Whee! Gonna have e-liquid everywhere again, guys. Pull that out of there. Pull the wick out. Now, you see, I think I've got that coil too high. Looks too high to me. Because it looks like the rod should sit literally in there. But the space is so tight. Let me undo that. If I've got a screwdriver here, have I? Yeah, let's take that out. Well, it's not much of a screwdriver, but it will do. That's the coil out. Just take that e-liquid out so you can see it properly. Right, we're good. Chuck them there. Right. Hopefully, there you go. You can see this now, nice and clear. So I thought that deck, the coil's got to sit right in that little dip in there, but it is literally so tight. I've got a little coiling jig somewhere, but it's my coil coil rod would only just nip between there, but I thought if I can get that set up right, that should be good. Airflow coming straight into that coil in its own little chamber. Turn that camera off. Christ, why's my chat moved like up about half an hour? Right, anyone had any thoughts on that? Put that one on there. I need TV glasses, yeah. Graham, I'm going to get my wrist slapped again, Mark. Okay. Oh, joking at the site again this month. Don't know what that means. Snicker bars and marathon bars. Two in there, get the spare tubes. Please. Not sure what you mean. She's back. Daniel. Yeah, I think I know how you vape, Rick, and have a bit of faith. I think they'll be right up your street. I've never steered you wrong yet. Frank, there's a clone RTA that I'm surprised that no UK vapors ever mentioned. Klaus did in a video and said if he couldn't take a Fev to the desert island, he would take the Kuma. I've heard of the Kuma. I've heard of that. Now, why have I heard of that? Try legs down, Mark. Albert. Maybe a vertical coil will work the old-fashioned wrap. Legs down. I still don't think... Hang on. I've gone way longer than I meant to go tonight. But that's alright, isn't it? We're having fun. Come here. Right, here is table cam again. Here's one of my coils, and even legs down, Let me push this in here and you'll see what I mean. I know it's not in the right way, but it's just in the hole. Now can you get an idea why it's going to be such a hard thing to do? So even if it was like, come here, like that, it's too small. The hole's too small, look. I've never known such a tight fit. Let's push that in. There. Can you see what I mean? So I think a smaller coil has got to be, hasn't it? Counting my bald spots, yeah? You'll see plenty of grey, Daniel. I don't think there's a lot of bald. Graham thinks that vertically. I reckon someone else would have done reviews on it. I think I'm going to have to admit defeat and watch someone's. Watch a review that someone's done it. Camera is just like the old Feb top feeding system, side airflow. Yeah, I got a feeling they were made. Don't know. Don't hold me to that. Albert, I would try it. I don't know what he would try. That's but I just quite like the idea of this, because this is, when you think about it, this is a bit like my old Pro Coil, but in an RTA, because you've got, there's your wick, there's your hole, and the wick, come on camera, a wick literally sits at the side there, each side. It's definitely got potential, I would have thought. I'll persevere. He's alright, I'll persevere. I'll persevere with it. But I've got like a handful of them. There's 10, I think. Oh, there's 9 now. They're not on the site yet. I thought I'd get to grips with it first. Graham says playing's better. Yeah, admitting defeat's never good, is it? Never good. You got to try it yourself first. Right, I think unless anyone else has got anything they're itching to ask, then we'll call that a job. I'm just putting the 451 back on the pennon. Ed pennon. Oh dear. There's some... I've heard a few strange things the last few days. I'm sure some people believe themselves. I'll leave it at that. New coil. Go on then, I'll say yes. You're very welcome, Adrian. Always nice. Can't always do these Tuesday nights, but it's nice when I do. We just have, basically, it's a bit like being in the pub. Trouble is, I'm the only one at the bar, talking to myself, but it's okay. It's good. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you for my 28 thumbs up. There's 28 of you watching now, so I can't ask for more than that. Until next time, thanks for watching. Probably be 2, maybe even 3 weeks. Got quite a busy time of it coming up. But I'll see you soon, and any updates I'll usually put on Twitter or the Facebook page. Usually, I'm not the best with social media, I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty rubbish in fact. We get there. But thank you one and all, until next time, take care, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.